welcome to Dilboy Stadium where your Somerville Highlanders play host to the Medford Mustangs. The starting lineup for the Medford Mustangs. Wearing number 0, Fianbar McGeckern. Number 4, Moise Charles. Number 5, Marcelo Oliveira. Number 6, Eric Lambert. Number 8, Artur Braganza. Number 9, Robinson Mark. Number 13, Oliver Klein. Number 14, Richland Innocent. Number 19, Nicholas Pereira. Number 24, Michael Pack. And number 31, Gabriel Lucas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Somerville Highlanders. Number 0, Elliot Bicknell. Number 2, Imani Mixon. Number 6, Armando Andrade. Number 7, Gabriel Asuncion. Number 10, Jair Santos. Number 11, Gabriel Dos Reyes. Number 12, Josue Guevara. Number 14, Jose Lopez. Number 15, Marco Hojoli. Number 19, Lucas Gomes. And number 29, Jefferson Valdivieso.
All right, welcome to Dilboy Stadium for a Mystic Side derby in Greater Boston League action between the Medford Mustangs and the Somerville Highlanders. I'm Jake Wilson. I'm joined by Todd Harmon. And we'll be calling all the action here from Dilboy as the Highlanders look to keep things on track. Somerville comes in ranked number 28 in the latest MIA rankings with 9 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. Some 22 places behind them are the Medford Mustangs in 50th place in the updated rankings with 3 wins, 3 draws, and 7 losses. Sadly, eliminated from postseason contention with that record at this point. Todd, very excited to see what happens here in this game between friendly rivals.
Very excited to see what happens here between the Mustangs and the Highlanders. Highlanders now qualifying for that playoff spot, Jake. And that's not the only, boys soccer, not the only playoff qualification from last week. Girls soccer in the playoffs, girls volleyball as well in the playoffs this fall. As we look towards this matchup against the Mustangs, Highlanders beat them with that 4-goal performance at Medford. An excellent job earlier this season. And the Highlanders looking forward, they have matchups against Chelsea and Everett coming up as well. Those 2 teams ahead of them in the GBL. And unfortunately, Revere a little bit out ahead. Highlanders will have a hard time catching up with them.
Yeah, I think that ship has sailed in terms of a repeat league title. I mean, you still have to do your part. You have to fight on. Who knows? Maybe someone will do them a favor. You never know. But yeah, at this point, all you can do is play the games that are in front of you. Somerville has a pretty decent schedule here to finish out the league campaign and to get things cooking headed into the playoffs.
When I look at their schedule coming up, Jake, I look also at the fact they're ranked number 28 currently, which would put them in position for a hosting situation with a qualifying game. And when I look at the quality in terms of where their remaining opponents are in the rankings, it is possible they could hold on to that ranking better than 32 and maybe host something here at Dilboy. Hopefully that will happen this year, as they've been on the road the past 2 years in the playoffs. As we are underway, Mustangs in the road whites, Highlanders in the home reds, moving from left to right on your television, phone, or computer screen.
And Todd, you notice Gabriel Asensao gets a start there for Somerville. He's going to be playing, looks like, out here wide on the right side.
Again, so happy to see Gabe back. Really an electrifying offensive force at times last year for the Highlanders, and battling with injuries throughout the year, but that has been able to get back. Great to have him back. As that ball brought forward, it's Gabe Dos-Reis able to cut across right at midfield.
I don't think Gabe realized how much space he was in there.
Yeah, it's a lot of space for Gabe there. So that's going to be knocked out, came off of Daniel Rivera.
And a lot of familiarity between these two teams here, Todd. R2 Braganza out there in the midfield. He's a beast for them. He plays with Somerville, believe it or not, at the youth soccer ranks. He plays on that high school boys team. Last year he played for Medford, but we're going to fix that this year.
As that ball forward, opportunity here as Amani has to run that one down. Good job by Amani Mixon as he's able to keep that ball away from the danger in the box. And that was Arthur, you were just mentioning.
Very casual by Amani there, not breaking a sweat, dealing with the ball in under pretty dicey circumstances, and pulled the iron out of the fire.
As Gabe's going to get whistled on that. He played it off of his arm, I believe.
He looks a little befuddled by the call, but
it was a late whistle. The arm made contact well before.
Might have thought he was going to get away with it.
Long ball away by Medford, headed away. It's a Highlander defense. Valdivieso able to knock that one away.
Skipped over Lopez's head there, but unfortunately went out. And watch how Somerville looks to contend with the skill and physicality of R2 Braganza there in the defense, in the midfield there for Medford. He is a horse. He is a handful. A lot of these boys struggled to contain him in that matchup in the postseason last year in the spring.
That ball cleared away for a moment. Medford trying to turn it around here. As Mose Charles had it taken away. Hawks Holy with it as Marco played that forward. Got through though.
And up top, Richland Innocent is another player. He played his youth soccer in Somerville, so he knows a lot of these boys out there really well.
Medford struggled throughout the season, but all three of their victories have been in their last 3 games. 3-game winning streak here for Medford. So they have the victories against Lynn Classical, Malden, as well as coming off a win against Beverly.
So Todd, you're saying we're playing them at the wrong time here?
Playing them, they are hot right now. The Mustangs are hot. The Highlanders got to cool them off a little bit.
Got to beware the underdog.
As Jose gets the head to it there, centering it towards the center of the field. Stolen away there by
Nicely done.
Gabe. Nicely done. Then
good ball.
Dos-Reis, nice ball forward, trying to get Jose forward.
Put it on frame.
There's Gabe. Fires that one. Almost got over the head there, but unable to get it by him. Good grip there.
Yeah, since I just need to put more height on that with the goalkeeper out. Their goalkeeper does have some height, but you got to put it up over that height.
Fianbar McEachran, the goalie for the Mustangs.
How's your Gaelic, Todd?
I was the first name got me a little bit, but McEachran I can handle. Although the wife and I have been watching Lord of the Rings, so as Gabe running through, almost was able to get that through, but at the last moment they were able to knock it away as Michael Pack was able to get rid of that one.
And Medford playing, it looks like 3 at the back, holding mid in front of them, 2 center mids, 2 wings and 2 attackers. We'll call it a 3-5-2.
Highlanders trying to work through that 3-5-2 here. As Jair will send it back. Imani with it now. Pops it here to the near side. Trying to hook up with Jose. He'll hold it in. Brings it back, Marco. Nice job by Hoxoli, but just a little too far ahead on that first touch. Gets control back here, though, for a moment. Now Jose pops it all the way across, and that's going to be the offsides whistle there.
Yeah, Josue left just a little too early there. It's a nice ball. It was a good idea.
So McEachran here ready to send this one away. 5 minutes elapsed here in the first half. Scoreless tie here at Dilboy. Highlanders looking for their 10th victory of the year. Is that a Monty down? Nope.
It's Lucas Gomes down.
That's good, Lucas Gomes.
He's up now, though. So
He's up now. That's what
you
matters.
don't like to see a player crumpled like he was there, but whatever it was, he's shaking it off and he's up and running down the pitch.
And Monty ready to send this free kick away.
We'll put it in the box from here.
Big boot with the left. Dos Reis. That got rejected back.
Possibly by a
deflection.
teammate.
I know, it looked like it was a teammate got the deflection there.
It might have been off of Jose Lopez.
As Marco will play this one back. Monty trying to line that one up. Instead taken off of his foot by Mark Robinson.
He's got time here.
Space here for Gabe.
They're giving Gabe Dos Reis a lot of space to operate out there. They may regret that one.
And then even more space here for Jair. So he sends this one forward. Opportunity setting up here as Josue has it. Turns it around, thinks about centering instead, sends it back to Jair. And reverses field looking for Jose. Now Jose trying to make the turn there, but unable to get around Dan Rivera. Rivera, a young freshman out there, doing a good job there on Jose Lopez.
And Lopez just could not get that turn. His touch was a bit strong and just took the ball out.
Ball out of bounds. Highlanders will inbounds. As Valdivieso misplays that, and Robinson now, he's through. Challenging here as Bicknell is back. Robinson gets it onto his right foot and hits that one high and through the football uprights. Highlanders able to avert disaster there here early.
Yeah, it all came from a rare mistake by Jeff Valdivieso there. Was stripped by Mark, and fortunately, Somerville did not pay the price for that one.
As Marco plays that forward to Josue. Now Josue given space once again as they enter into that attacking zone. Now Gabe, speed to the center, trying to get it out wide here to Jose. Knocked away by the Mustangs. Jeff sends it right back in as Josue tries to pick it up, sent out there by Gabe. I thought he'd gotten it out wide for a moment, but instead Josue has it.
That's a physical scrap in there.
Yeah, it is. As Rivera got a foot to it, but wasn't able to clear it away. Now Marco pops the left foot. Josue running on to it. McEachran comes through and is able to control. As Jair will head that out nicely to Marco. Forward to Gabe, now back to Marco. So Highlanders trying to build here. Ball knocked away by Innocent. Nice touch there as they get it to Jair. Being defended by Arthur. And he's able to take it away. Just that physicality you talked about. He's a beast.
Sophomore year, he played football for Medford, believe it or not.
Josue, a nice head out wide. Now Gabe on it. He's got Josue in front of the net. Joining him is Jose. As Gabe tried to power it through, but it got knocked up, blocked by Innocent. Good back head there. Jose's got it, and he takes the shot. And just a little high on the turf with the hop there. Hits it over the crossbar.
That was a really nice combination of passes there for Somerville, though. It's good to see you keep playing like that. Good things are going to happen. But you saw a good example there of the power that R2 Braganza is able to provide in the midfield there. Fun fact, he was on a stellar U10 Somerville team coached by Armand Huxley, Marco's father, back in the day. So they know each other well.
They know each other quite well. This one settled down at the feet of Mose Charles. The whistle sounds.
Speaking of fathers, Richland Innocent's father, I believe if I have my facts correct, Ulrich was a member of the Haitian men's national football team.
Oh, goodness. As the head there by Jeff Valdivieso. Medford controlling it. As Braganza trying to get to the corner. Gets it taken off his feet. Nice job defensively out wide there as Amani got the best of it. Now Gabe has room as he pops it forward looking for Josue. But Josue wasn't able to get through the physicality of Michael Pack.
I think the Medford coach might be. Someone's getting warned over here, I think. Medford might have been protesting a little too much about lack of a call down at the other end. It was in the shadows, so we didn't have a very good look at it. But it looks like the officials pausing the game to get. We all know what that gesture means. No more.
Enough of that.
Yeah. Basically, if the Medford bench continues to chirp, they're going to see a card of some form.
Braganza slow to get up and get back up the pitch into the area there where the players are.
And I didn't have a good view in terms of whether they have a real grievance there or not. Player definitely stayed down.
No question about that. Imani made the defensive play.
I believe it was also outside the box, though.
Yes,
so
it
wouldn't have been a penalty. It would have, at the most, they were asking for a free kick down there.
Keckman sends this one away. Betrayed by the hop there. Highlanders get it for a moment. Nice, tight passing there as they play it forward to Josue. Now Marco runs onto it, pops it forward for Jose, right at the edge of the box. McEachern quick off his line, able to control.
And that's a tough one for a keeper because you have to basically get out there quick and then stop your forward momentum to avoid carrying the ball outside the box.
As Braganza trying to make a run the other direction, cleared away by Jeff Valdivieso. Lopez puts it over his head. Marco sends it back, and Jeff will power it towards midfield. Josue working hard there against Mike Pack. No whistles, no stoppage as Josue first up. He gets the ball. Now he is taken out of that play, and Josue stays on the ground as Eric Lambert sends it away for Medford.
Todd, this is a physical game so far.
Game, yes.
Not just the tackles, but the grappling. There's a lot of shirt pulling, and the refs are letting it go, so keep an eye on that.
As Highlanders will get the throw in here. Lopez looking to hook up with Marco. Instead, it gets through, sent away by Oliveira. Out of bounds, Highlanders ball still. 27.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Scoreless from Dilboy. As Braganza right in the face of Valdivieso as he sent that back to Bicknell. Now the Highlanders once again trying to go on that far side. As Josue was unable to get by Lambert. Or actually, I'm sorry, strike that Oliveira.
Good pressure there by Somerville to force the turnover from Medford in their own half.
Nice give and go there as Josue is in. He's got Gabe in front of the net, but it's knocked out for the goal kick.
Just got away from him a little bit. Just ran a little too much.
Disappointed with his run there as he brought his hands up to the head and down to the ground. Highlanders offense getting some opportunities. McEachern has been able to nullify them thus far. They keep working here to Jose Lopez on the near side. Jose, another good opportunity there as the shot is handled by McEachern. He had to hold on to that one because Josue was right there for any kind of rebound.
And Lopez did the right thing there. Got down, he shot across the goalkeeper. Therefore, if there's any spill, it's going to come out to where a teammate can get on the end of the rebound.
As Braganza got up high. What elevation for Braganza to get ahead on that ball. So he headed it into the box. Elliot Bicknell will pick it up. Oh, actually, Mark Robinson. I've got my 8 and my 9 backwards.
We can actually read their shirt numbers, Todd.
That's true. Is that ball sent away by Valdivieso? Sent right back by Medford. Jeff will let it go out. About 15 minutes elapsed here in the first half. Long ball towards the box, headed away for a moment by Pack. Now, nice touch by Gabe. He almost got by Innocent, but Innocent was able to poke the ball away at the last moment. Lopez gets it into Jose, back to Jose. As they try to find Gabe, or possibly the far run there as Jair gets on it. Fires that one too high.
It looked like Jair might have rushed that a little bit. He had a little more time than he might have thought there to settle. I mean, obviously we know he can strike a ball. Yeah. We've seen plenty of standout strikes from Jair over the years, but yeah, another good opportunity there for Somerville. They're coming. If they stick with it, if they stay patient, they're going to find the goals.
As Jose gets the foot on that one. Sent away though. As Pack was able to clear it away. Last to touch it were the Highlanders. That's going to go out off of Jose. And 24:05 remaining here in the first half. Timeout on the field. We'll keep it here for a minute. Just talk about what's going on here in the fall as 3 Highlander teams have qualified for the playoffs. The boys soccer team you see before you here, they'll be returning to the playoffs for, I believe, the 3rd straight year. The girls soccer team will be returning to the playoffs. Not only that, but the girls soccer team as well, still battling for the GBL championship as they defend their GBL championship, have the opportunity to really make some hay in terms of that. As they're coming down to their final games. They are at Medford right now. Medford, a win against Medford today will really solidify them in first place ahead of Lynn Classical and the Mustangs for their 2nd straight GBL championship. And oh my golly, the girls volleyball team's going to the playoffs, Jake, as the Highlander girls volleyball team has their 10th victory. They have achieved the 500 record, but not only that, they also have a huge game coming up later on this week against Revere, and then next week against Lynn Classical, 2 normal powers in the GBL. Highlanders sitting in 2nd place in the GBL need a little bit of help with Lynn Classical, but if they can get the win against Lynn Classical, that will put them in great positioning as we get down the stretch here in the fall season. And don't forget about football. We've got the Battle for the Picket Finch coming up. That's going to be the night before Thanksgiving, as that will be here at Dilboy Stadium, as the Cambridge Falcons will come in to battle for that white picket fence. The Highlanders want that thing back, I do believe, Jake, and we're going to find out on Thanksgiving Eve whether they can make that happen. So great things going on here in the fall on Somerville Ed TV. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, mash those buttons, get those notifications so you know when we've got something live going on, or if we've got a new posting, a new game that we posted. This week we're going to have boys soccer, girls soccer, as well as girls volleyball. All those coming up this week on Somerville Ed TV. Make sure you wake the neighbors, call the kids, and let them know something's going on here at Somerville Ed TV.
And Todd, I'm just glad you didn't say Camberville when you were talking about the Battle of the Picket Fence. Sorry, pet peeve of mine. Do not care for Camberville. Maybe
there is no such thing as
maybe
Camberville.
Summer Bridge, but no. That's the only one I would consider. We are 2 very different cities.
Looking forward to the battle for the picket fence. Highlanders football team following on some rough times did not get to that 500 record against Revere as they lost to Revere this past week. Have the bye week this week before they face off against Lynn English and Lynn Classical. Hopefully to get a little bit of health going on because they have some injuries on that defense, and hopefully they'll be back healthy against Lynn English next week. So the Highlanders head that one out of danger as Josue now looking to get a nice counter going. As Gabe will send that one forward. Gabe getting onto it there. Knocked out as a Mustang is down at midfield.
Might be, I believe it is Richland Innocent, I think.
That is Richland Innocent.
Grabbing his ankle or foot, it looks like. There was some contact.
There was.
There was a collision there and right around midfield. So
there has been contact throughout this game.
It's been a physical game.
It has been a physical game, and not necessarily out of control physicality,
no,
but definitely physical.
You know, soccer is a contact sport.
It is.
You know, and he's up. Richland is up. Looks to be moving fairly freely on it. That's a good sign.
Absolutely. As we near the midway point here in the first half, you mentioned, Jake, how well these two teams know one another. As this throw-in going to Gabe, he touches it, looking for Marco, as Marco's just bodied off of that one by Oliver Klein. Jose with a big boot crossing in front of the goal mouth. He's now on the far side. Gives it off to Gabe. Trying to center there, looking for Marco. And running onto it, firing across the goal mouth there was Gomes.
And that was a really good sequence, good combination play there on the left side there, and resulted in a good attempt there from the edge of the box by Gomes.
You mentioned, Jake, these two teams know each other so well. I think that has a lot to do with just the immediate getting into the game, getting physical into the game, because you know these guys. You don't want to, you don't have to wait to see how they're going to play. You know how they're going to come at this, and you know how you want to go after them.
Oh, look at that ball.
This ball out wide.
This is outside of his foot. So don't think that Braganza is just steel in the midfield. He's got plenty of skill.
That was a nice ball forward. Highlanders able to play it back to Bicknell. Now Lopez mixing lots of space, looking for some speed on the far side. That ball headed into the middle, but cleared away by Oliveira.
This is a good ball forward, almost turned into something good for Somerville.
Quickly with the inbounds as Dos Reis trying to turn. Richland Innocent, though, able to knock it out of bounds.
Innocent's been tough there, playing at the right side of their defense.
Trying to find Lopez on the back post, but McEachran, cool as a cucumber, able to just control that ball and hold on. Now Zach Swango tries to play it over towards number 9, Mark Robinson. Cleared away for a moment. As that ball sent towards the box, elevating and jumping through and getting the foul there. So the Highlanders will get the free kick out of their defensive area. 21 minutes remaining here in the first half. Scoreless tie between the Mustangs and the Highlanders.
It looks like they're going long here from this. Though they missed Imani, sort of.
That ball through, opportunity out wide as Simoes looking to the inside to Bragantz. And Bragantz goes down, appeals, looking for something.
You hear a lot of shouts for a penalty there. I don't know. Anytime that players come together in the box like that, there's always a chance. I didn't think there was enough in it to warrant a pen, but then again, I might be slightly biased here. I try not to be, but
it happens.
Yeah.
You are the Somerville City Councilman
Got a lot
at
of
large.
Somerville ties here.
So there are some ties here.
I really try to be objective with those things. And I for me, not enough in it for it to be a pen.
As the Highlanders once again looking to build, starting with Jose over here. Jose sends that ball forward, got over the head of Gabe Dos Reis. Now Sensei trying to get it settled in there in midfield. Instead, knocked away. Rivera able to clear it away momentarily. Robinson with a little back boot there. Or Braganza,
Braganza with the little flick. I'm telling you, he's not just big and strong, he is skilled.
Speed on the outside here as Amani's able to get a foot to it, though, as
It went out for a corner.
Simoes.
It's tough with those two lines, Todd. I wasn't sure, because there's the football back of the end zone there, and then there's the byline for soccer. And it gave the impression initially that Bicknell kept that in the field of play, but it did go over the soccer end line for a corner.
So many lines.
So many lines.
So many lines. When the lacrosse lines get used, that's when I get really confused. Corner kick for Medford here. So that's going to be
It's a good
set
corner.
front.
Good save.
Nice save there as Oliveira got a foot to it. Now Braganza trying to get ahead there. Instead, he just motivated it a little bit across, didn't get a clean touch on it as Jose Lopez cleared it away and then comes out with the slide. And he's going to get a yellow on that. As Braganza getting up.
He's okay.
He's fine.
Good to see. Would never accuse R2 of milking the thing to try to get someone booked, but I would never say that.
Dangerous opportunity here for the free kick for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Somerville under a little pressure
I'll
here
avoid
lately.
saying anything as well. Oliver Klein will take this one.
Yeah.
For the Mustangs.
In the last couple minutes here, they've been under a little pressure. There's some shots on goal. Braganza, I couldn't tell if it was cleared off the line or possibly took a deflection on its way toward goal, but headed chance there on that sequence just before this.
Jackson Love just checked into the game. He and Marco Hoxholey, the wall.
Under the
Going
wall.
to stay on the ground. Opportunity right there as it hits off the post as Mark Robinson will get the goal. A wild spin on that, just needed the touch with the toe, and it spun right in off the near side post, and Bicknell was unable to get to it. Now the Mustangs lead 1-0.
Yeah, that all stemmed. It started with the kick coming in under the two-man wall. The wall jumped, and the ball came in underneath them, and then it just went into the mix, and tidy finish there.
Both on that free kick as well on their corner kick previously. Low balls down around the feet, around the knees, getting that into the traffic as Imani powers that one away. Highlanders now down by a goal, 1-0 as the Mustangs strike first here. Jose drops it looking for Jose. A little soft there as it goes out of bounds off the Highlanders. It'll be Medford's ball. Nope.
Ref
Switching it around.
changed his call. Well, no.
No.
All right.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Told
what
him to
they
go
think
back,
the call
I
is.
guess.
Yeah. He did indicate it took a deflection off of Somerville. Then it seemed like he changed his call and gave the throw to Somerville when Jose picked up the ball, but stuck with his original call in the end.
So Pack with the throw in, long throw in there for Pack as Jose will head it back. And Pack comes in and gets called for the push off there coming in from behind on Josue.
I couldn't tell what Josue was saying to Mark after his goal. It looked like a fairly interesting conversation there at the halfway line as they were getting ready to kick off. Mark looked a little annoyed with whatever Josue was saying to him.
As Mixon sends this one away. Headed down
Guess
by
who?
Braganza. Now Robinson trying to run onto it. Bicknell will have to play it. He'll just pop it out. That far out of his box, a good 10 yards out of his box. Bicknell didn't want to take any chances there. Good call by him.
Big thing there is you just don't want to you don't want Medford to end up getting on the end of that with the goalkeeper all the way out, because that can be a lot of trouble.
It's Pack now with the throw in. Past 5 minutes, Medford has been running the possession. As Gabe Sunseo.
And Asuncao kind of snatched at that and he had a little more time there. He went really quick with that ball out, and it didn't have the accuracy he would have been looking for.
Marco will cut in front of that. Throw-in attempt to Oliver Klein. Out of bounds. Take two for Pack here. Money skies that one off of his feet. Out of bounds, Medford once again.
Todd, we've got a good crowd here. I don't know whether it's the fact this is the Mystic Side Derby between neighboring towns or possibly Somerville Youth Soccer Night, but it's a good crowd here, considering it's not even 5 p.m. yet.
As Jair pops that forward, Gabe Dos Reis has some speed, fires that one. Pack is able to tackle it away. Good job there by Mike Pack. Highlanders quickly restarting as Marco looking for that far side, the head, but McEachran right there.
Yeah, Jair just didn't really put any power on that. He was there, he opted for placement, but it was placed right at the goalkeeper.
As Berganza now. He'll load it up, try to fire it by Jair.
Jair knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he knew exactly what was going on with
Almost
that.
like they've trained together in the spring many seasons.
Under 15 minutes remaining here in the first half. Highlanders trailing in this one 1-0 after the goal by Mark Robinson. So we get a whistle, 2 players down.
And that stinks. It looks like a collision of heads there. And that can really hurt, especially if it's on the side by the temple, which it might be. And I think it's Imani.
Yeah, it might be.
Though he looks a lot better now. Yeah, though, if you get a clash of heads and you catch anything on the temple, or hopefully not by the orbital bone, or that can really, really hurt.
Keep an eye on that situation for Imani Mixon. As the free kick will come for the Mustangs.
Mixon looks fine over there so far. Annoyed but fine.
Annoyed but fine. As they look to get it to Robinson. Look at the elevation Robinson gets.
And Mark can sky. He has a goal already. He had one with his feet. He was going for one with the head there.
14 minutes remaining here in the first half. Highlanders down 1-0 after that goal by Mark Robinson. As we have a timeout on the field. Just under 14 minutes left. We're going to take it with them here on Somerville Ed TV. We are back here at Dilboy Stadium. Highlanders trailing the Mustangs of Medford as we have a goalie change. Rafiq Miller in between the pipes for the Highlanders. As we come back from the timeout, a goal kick here for the Highlanders as they trail after the goal by Robinson Mark. Medford has had the possession here for about the last 5 to 8 minutes. The Highlanders struggling to wrest that control of possession back here to end the half. Quick throw in to Gabe Dos Reis. Gets it taken off of his feet immediately by Oliver Klein. As Jair gives it back to Imani. Out wide. As that's sent up, looking for Josue. Now the goal is open for a moment. McEachran was gone. Oh my goodness! Pack on the goal line twice now has prevented Somerville goals.
It's about as good a sequence as it gets for a center back like that. Michael Pack twice there. Kept this one 1-0 in Medford's favor.
Yeah, Dos Reis. Gabe had the opportunity first, and Pack just able to knock it away, but then maintained his position as this one centered in, and McEachran taking control there as Gabe as well as Jose in the area. Now he's trying to get Robinson Mark downfield, cleared away by Jeff Valdivieso as he tries to slow that counterattack.
We'll see how Somerville responds to the disappointment of not scoring with either of those shots that looked headed for the back of the net.
As Andrade tried to chase that one down, taken away at the last second by Berganza. Jose trying to get the ball away. It was just kind of like moving a gnat away from him for a moment there, just the physical difference in the size. Jose will win that eventually, though, which is why Berganza had to get rid of it.
He's tenacious, Jose. I'm looking at McEachran, the keeper. It looked like he might be trying to shake off something. There was a collision in the start of that sequence with the two shots for Somerville. That's how Dos Reis ended up free to shoot there. looks like he's trying to kind of shake something off.
As this ball popped towards Braganza, trying to get ahead on it here at the back post, he's going to get called for the push-off.
Yeah, it looked like he shoved Amani in the back there.
He was not a fan of that call.
You seldom are when one goes
That's
against
true.
you. And so you don't see too many people excited to have a foul given.
Come on. Them. I did it. I was proud of it.
Yeah, that's a great shove.
It's a great shove. As Mixon clears it away. Now Jair back to Valdivieso. Valdivieso. Just Pack with the head. Now Gabe with it. As he's able to turn the corner, but just gets out of bounds. Oliver Klein just able to force him out there. Now the ball sent downfield. Nice touch there, trying to get it to Mark, but cleared away by Andrade. Now Gabe trying to get that ball away from Lambert, but not able to, as Lambert was able to keep control. Mark gets it out to Braganza. He plays that one forward. And that is knocked out of bounds. It will be another corner kick opportunity for Medford. Last time they hit it down along the ground. So see if they have another opportunity like that, if they're going to elevate it, because they've also tried to get a Braganza on some crosses as well with the head.
Yeah, my guess is they will look for R2 here at the probably at the back post with a header. But Somerville this is where Somerville look vulnerable on these set pieces down in their own defensive third.
As they will
Near
elevate
post.
this one, and that one sent over the crossbar by Braganza. He was able to get the head to it.
They got to
wasn't
mark
able
him.
to direct it exactly where he wanted to.
They're going to have to figure out how to mark him in the box. He's a real threat in the air with his size.
As Mixon sends that one away. Josue comes away with it. Looking to match up with Gabe. Gabe went for the inside run, breaking run. Josue sent it to the outside break.
Yeah, they just weren't on the same page there. It looks like they're trying to get on the same page as they're talking to each other after that one.
McEachern will punt this one away. Now Mark with a nice head there. That's going to be out for a goal kick, I believe. It looked like Mark was the last to touch it, but no, they're going to give it a corner.
Tough to see. The ref sort of just pointed in the general direction. Could have been goal kick or it could have been a corner. And
Put the ball over there and somebody kick it.
We had to basically make the judgment based on the player movement, and the players clearly landed up for a corner.
Another corner kick here for Medford, their third. As keep an eye on number 8.
They have Andre Mark and trying to man Mark in the box.
And the head there, but not able to get it directed towards net. Highlanders cleared away. Pack fighting with Gabe Dos Reis, and the whistle sounds.
He was getting manhandled, Todd. Absolutely manhandled.
I was waiting for the whistle as Pack was excited to go chase after the ball that he had just thrown Gabe on the ground to get.
He might have been excited about those 2 goal line clearances.
That's a valid point. It's Jose crossing this one, headed down. Now Josue trying to turn the corner there in front of Pack, unable to. Now Marco just trips over the ball there, but thank you very much. Bad first touch, and Marco's able to pick it up. As Klein was betrayed by his first touch. That one is Pack just shoving from behind, and the whistle does sound at the top of the box as Josue was trying to address that ball.
They are letting a lot go out there, Todd, and it's going to get more and more physical out there. And that I don't think they're going to lose control of this one because it doesn't seem ill-tempered.
Right.
But that's the danger of when you let it get increasingly physical. You know, someone could end up getting hurt out there. The problem with this free kick, it's actually too close. It is too close to. It's really tough to get it up over the wall and down. from this tight, in this close to goal. Ideally, you want to see it another, 3, 4, 5 yards back from where it's at here.
Some words of wisdom there for Josue from the official.
Possibly an explanation for why he did not get the call he was looking for. He was definitely looking for a foul. I don't know if it was in the area or just on the edge of the area, but Josue was looking for a whistle earlier and didn't get it. Not the first player to go looking for a whistle and not get it today.
As it's Jair and Marco. Marco runs by. Jair will take it, looking for the corner. He doesn't get it in. Now the head by Josue goes over the crossbar. Oh my goodness. Hits off the crossbar, down to the goal line, and does not spin in. A goal kick here for the Mustangs as they dodge a huge one there.
And for the record, this is what Josue was getting subbed out before that miss. He's not being, you'd never pull a player in a situation like that. But yeah, he's going to be sitting there having to think about that one. That's a tough miss. That's a handball.
As Jair kind of juggles the ball.
Literally, it was Asuncao, Gabriel Asuncao literally juggling the ball with his hands there.
Yes, literally.
Somehow it went uncalled.
Quick throw in from Jose to Gabe. Ends up on Braganza's feet. As Artur will play that back. Way too far, though, out of bounds. Highlanders get the opportunity here as we near 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Highlanders trailing 1-0. Quick inbounds as Jair will get it on his feet. Centers it into space for Imani, but Imani I don't think was ready for it, but he's able to track it down before Mark is able to get back on it. Now Imani fires that one, and a rebound given up for a moment by McEachran. But he's able to control it just before Jair got up there to try to knock it in.
And McEachran has generally been really solid for Medford in this game, but that was not a good moment for him. That is a ball he should generally be handling pretty easily and created some problems for himself by not just catching that.
Jair sends that one forward, out of bounds for the goal kick.
Yeah, Somerville has to be sitting there asking themselves how they're not on the scoreboard yet in this game. They've had some really good chances. Still trailing 1-0.
McEachran sends that one away. Braganza. Mishit. Jose sends it over to Jair. Just a little bit out ahead of him. Jair will poke it back. But Gomes unable to get onto it, and Braganza does instead. Nice tackle coming back. But Medford with the trailer picking it up. Now Marco works it to Imani, back to Jeff.
Braganza looks like he hurt his hip.
Now out wide here to the near side to Jose. Back to Asuncao. Now Jose's got some speed as he was able to get through. Tries the left foot, just wide of the net.
I can't tell if the keeper had that covered or not. I will admit, when Jose took that shot, my brain was screaming, no, he had teammates out in front of him. He came really close to scoring that with his left foot.
He really, really did, as McEachran went diving to the pitch with his arm outstretched.
And he's got a big wingspan. That kid can cover some space there.
So Andrade will clear that one away.
Some bruised people out there. We've seen a number of people limp out. McEachran looks like he might be feeling the effects of that dive. Braganza spent some time on the pitch after being tackled there. He was grabbing his hip. We've seen Imani Mixon after a clash of heads, holding his head. So a bruising first half at Dilboy Stadium here.
As Imani able to get the head to it there. Now Hector trying to settle this. Sends it out wide to Jose. Jose, once again, nice move there to get around Cooper Sue, who just came in from the bench. Cooper Sue having problems with his footing. Jose will take advantage as he gets by him there. Marco trying to dribble that into the box. Got it poked away at the last second, and now they're trying to get Robinson Mark, once again the goal scorer, up ahead. And he's through as Rafik Miller comes out for the diving tackle. But that's not going to be enough as Robinson Mark picks up his second goal.
Yeah, not a good defensive sequence there. Yeah, the less said about that, the better.
As Robinson Mark was able to roll right through the Highlander defense and then get past Rafiq Miller, who was quick off his line trying to make the diving tackle. Now we have a Mustang down, it looks like, behind the play. Marcelo Oliveira, number 5, is down on a knee.
And if you thought Somerville was frustrated before, you can only imagine what their frustration level is at now, going 2-0 down after a number of chances to equalize. They got to be feeling like they should be leading this game at this point.
Robinson Mark.
And instead they find themselves looking down the barrel of a 2-0 scoreline.
As Robinson Mark gets his second of the game, Highlanders down 2-0. 2 minutes remaining here in the second half, or first half. Hang on, first half, before the second half.
And give us a heart attack.
I know, sorry about that, goodness. As McEachran able to corral that long ball. See if the Highlanders change up. They began the half using the long ball, normally sending it over here to the near side to Jose Lopez. As an opportunity settling up here as Robinson Mark again is in. He crosses it, but nobody is there except Jose Lopez for the Highlanders, who will clear it away.
Ruan could not quite keep that in.
As the whistle sound, out of bounds. We await the long whistles to signify the end of the half. Official time kept on the field. Highlanders trailing here 2-0. 2 goals by Robinson Mark.
As Coach Murray goes with Hector Bermudez and Ruan Souza up top.
And Bermudez with it there. Gives it to Jair as Jair runs through. Turning the corner there, sending it towards the net. And McEachran makes sure of it by going down to the pitch.
And Medford did a good enough job there of just bodying Jair and putting him off so that he couldn't get a good cross in. Pretty harmless in the end.
And that will signify the end of the first half. Highlanders struggling on the defensive end, trailing the Mustangs of Medford by the score of 2-0. We will have second half action here from Dilboy Stadium on Somerville Ed TV in a moment. We are back at Dilboy Stadium here on Somerville Ed TV. Todd Harmon alongside Jake Wilson. Jake, Highlanders struggling in the first half as they trail 2-0 against the Medford Mustangs, a team that picked up their only 3 wins of the season in their last 3 contests.
Yeah, we joked about them possibly playing Medford at the wrong time. We might not have been off base with that.
That is true, as Gabe Dos Reis will cross that one. We will see what the Highlanders try to do as that headed ball taken by McEachran. As Elliot Bicknell back in the goal for the Highlanders. Goal scorer for Medford is number 9, Robinson Mark. So he has scored both goals for the Highlanders. Pack, who just sent that ball away defensively for Medford, also very, very vital to Medford in the first half. Highlanders had plenty of scoring opportunities. At one point, they had 2 point-blank shots, basically, that were deflected away at the goal line by the defender Pack, not by the goaltender McEachran, who had been knocked out of that play. There was also another play where Josue Guevara, as this one goes to Gabe Dos Reis, a beautiful cross there, but McEachran up to the challenge.
Unfortunately, just right at McEachran there. Right at him. He didn't even have to move. Gabe will be wishing he could have placed that one a little differently. But still, good omen for Somerville out of the gates here.
Very good omen for Somerville as they're building some attack here. As that ball gets down, though. Here to the near side, out of bounds. Highlanders with a quick restart. Highlanders tried to use the long ball in the first half. See if they continue that, as this time they set up Jair from Marco. Looks like they're trying to center more with players in the box as they've got Gabe Dos Reis down there. Gabe knocks that one back. Hard shot there from the outside, Lucas Gomes, as it goes high and wide.
And Lucas has the left foot where he can hit those. I mean, don't think that just because he's playing at left back or left wing back that he's not an attack-minded player. He is. I was just talking to some former players out there who were remarking at Lucas playing at wing back because we think of him as an attacking player.
As Dos Reis now controlling it. Reverses his field.
Good dribbling.
Brings it out here wide to Lucas. A little give and go back to Gabe. As Gabe being manned up there by Eric Lambert. Everywhere he goes, number 6 is there. And a whistle sounds. Is he a throw-in or free kick?
Free kick, I believe, judging by Gabe's reaction.
Yeah, Gabe got called, I guess, for stepping on the foot of the other player.
Yep. I believe that's what the call was.
So Lambert went down to the pitch there. Highlanders trailing 2-0. Building opportunities already here 3-4 minutes into the second half. As they tried to get that one out to wide to Jose Lopez, but it was knocked away at midfield. Chasing this down is going to be Mose Charles. He's whistled for jumping up onto the back of one of the Highlanders.
Maybe that's a sign the refs are going to call this game a little tighter in the second half here. You know, we saw it get increasing. You know, we talked about the physicality of it right from the jump. And toward this, you know, as halftime hit, we saw a number of players limping around out there from an increasingly physical game.
Jackson Love with it. As Robinson Mark unable to prevent him. As Love taking as much space as they want to give. Now dropped off to Gabe. Sunseo's attempted pass gets knocked out for a moment. Highlanders continue the attack, though, as Dos Reis has it. Back to Valdivieso. Highlanders look like they are focusing on making sure they're holding on to their possession.
Yeah, you can tell that halftime team talk was about possession more.
And right as I say that, ball taken away from Jose Lopez. Don't see that very often as they play that forward to Robinson Mark. Mark now trying to find Mose Charles forward. But McNell's able to clear that one away. Now Gomes gets it up to Gabe Dos Reis. A little space for Gabe here. See what he can do with it. As he gets by Innocent. Chips that towards the area. Cleared out quickly. And then Braganza puts the boot to it.
And if the halftime team talk was also about getting the ball in the hands of Gabe Dos Reis, they're doing a good job with that.
As Jackson Love just hammered that time by Robinson Mark. So the Highlanders will get the free kick after the yellow card issued to Robinson Mark. Second yellow card of the game. As Jose Lopez was who carried the yellow as well, correct? In the first half? Yes. Lopez was yellow carded.
He was for the challenge on Braganza.
So now Mixon. Send that forward, trying to hook up with Marco Hoxholi out wide. Innocent doing a nice job bodying him away from the ball.
Yeah, Innocent's a solid defender. You can tell. You know, maybe some of that DNA from his father clearly on display.
As Charles trying to make the turn there, Imani sends it towards the middle. Mishit there by Valdivieso, and now the chase is on. As Mose Charles, number 4, was dangerous there for the Highlanders, but out for, it looks like a corner kick coming up for Medford.
Yeah, and they had numbers there, did Medford. Look, they had 3v2, so that was a crucial bit of defending there to get a toe on it and send it out for the corner, because otherwise that was real trouble.
6 minutes elapsed here in the second half. Highlanders trailing 2-0. As I look out, we have the sun out now, but we also have just a little bit of a misty rain coming down, just starting. Chilly day here at Dilboy. Crisp October afternoon. It's a corner kick here from the Mustangs. Looking to get back post with that one, but it's cleared out. Now the good counter opportunity for the Highlanders as Gabe Asuncion trying to get it to Gabe Dos Reis. Pack hit it back, and the Highlanders hit it back the other direction. Dos Reis trying to get it towards the net, just poked it to get it by McEachran, but Pack was able to track it down. Now McEachran's back on his line as the center there by Asuncion.
It looked like Gabe just didn't quite get enough on it. It looked like he may have even used his studs to send that forward and just did not get enough on it.
Now Valdivieso looking to connect there with Josue, making a run. Defended by Oliveira, and McEachran comes away with it. Big boot from McEachran. Gets over Valdivieso's head. This is trouble.
Smooth.
Mose Charles was in on that one. Valdivieso very smooth with the head there, right to Bicknell, who handled it well. Now Hawks Holy plays it back to Gomes. Or strike that to Souza.
Yeah, I think this is D'Souza's first action of the
Yeah,
day.
it is. I've been wondering where he was, honestly. As Jefferson pulls the string and gets it up to D'Souza. Lots of space here for Anthony. As he's met by Braganza. Braganza taking it away. D'Souza pokes it away from Braganza again. However, Braganza ends up with it, and he's got speed as he's around Gomes. Braganza down into the box, tries to send it across. The back boot there was knocked away as Mose Charles attempted the back heel into the goal, but it was deflected away, and now the Highlanders countering as Dos Reis. Gabe through, he'll fire that one just outside the box, and it's too high as it goes over the crossbar. Back and forth action here at Dilboy Stadium between the Mustangs and the Highlanders.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Artur Braganza might have been a little too honest there. The challenge in the box probably could have just felt the contact and gone down if he wanted to for a penalty. Opted to stay on his feet. Full credit. You'd love to see a player playing honestly like that. Led to almost a goal and almost a third for Medford.
As Medford leading this one 2-0, and another great opportunity for them. The Highlanders have had scoring opportunities, but their shots have gone wide and high in a lot of cases. As that ball out of bounds, it'll go to the Mustangs.
Looked almost like Gabe let that go out thinking it was going to be his throw.
So we have a substitution for Medford as Robinson Mark checking back into the game after being issued that card.
Looks like possibly sporting a bandage on his forehead, possibly from the challenge with Love.
Possibly. As Gomes able to get through that challenge, playing it back to D'Souza.
Nobody warned Asuncion that he could have just turned there. He had so much space behind him. You got to warn your teammate. Let them know they can turn.
Now Lopez. To D'Souza. Back to Lopez as Jose gets by one defender. Fires that one towards the net, and McEachran will pick it off.
And if you're Somerville here, you're frustrated, but you have to just avoid the tendency to settle for long shots just out of frustration, and we won't say desperation, but you just got to stick to your game and know that you're going to create chances. You created tons of chances in the first half. They just didn't come good, and just have faith that it's going to happen for you. There's plenty of time left in this one.
Keep working this ball downfield as Guevara has it out wide. Josue plays it forward to Jair. Turns the corner. Tried to center that one, but knocked away. Medford's back defense has been very strong today.
They have been, yep. And Lopez there just didn't quite wrap his foot around it enough to send that ball back away from the byline.
Now Jair fires that one, tries to get the short side by McEachran. McEachran forced to play it and knock it wide, so the corner kick coming for the Highlanders. Didn't expect that one, I don't think McEachran did.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Somerville, the more touches you get to your creative players, talking Jair Santos, talking Marco Hacholi, the better it's going to go generally for your team.
Speaking of Marco Hacholi, he will be taking this corner. As Valdivieso right in the middle there, driving towards the net. That sent in with a boot, and knocked away. I think maybe McEachran got a hand to it.
He did. He made a good save on that.
Now Lopez, with Mark coming down strong on him, powers it away. Now Sunsao with a little give and go from Imani. A little touch there. As Josue plays it out wide. Now Jair lines that one up, and there is Braganza returning the favor from earlier where Jair blocked one of his attempts to cross.
And I feel like we're seeing Gabriel Assunção shake off some of that rust from his injury layoffs, and he's grown into this game as it goes on.
As he had that turning on it, that sent towards the net, but just wide. It's going to be a goal kick. I think Jose Lopez was who got the head to that, but sent it wide.
And it's been all Somerville here,
Yeah.
like the last few minutes. You can feel like it feels like they're, then again, it's felt like they've been knocking on the door for much of this game, and they've yet to successfully pierce that the Medford goal.
Cooper Sue checking into the game, number 15 for the Mustangs. He has the unenviable task of defending Jose Lopez. As that rolled through to Gabe Dos Reis, he knows what to do with it there as he tries a little back heel there, but Richland Innocent able to get it, but did not clear it, as Pack now will clear it out fully. Corner kick coming for the Highlanders as that pressure just continues here, Jake, but still 2-goal deficit with 27 minutes remaining in the game.
Yeah, I'm just not sure that's the time or place for the trickery like that. Hopefully Somerville's able to do something with the resulting corner, but that was, down 2-0 like that with, looking for an opener.
They generated an opportunity off their last corner. Let's see what they can do here. Zamani into the box. Gets tackled down. He's still down on the pitch. And we're going to have a stoppage behind the play as Robinson Mark was free with the ball after he'd gotten past Jair Santos.
And that's controversial because the referees are only allowed to stop play for an injury if it's a head injury. So I guess the referee is saying that they were concerned it was a head injury. You could hear the Medford fans in attendance did not think much of that. It did stop a very promising situation for Medford.
Yes, as the 2-goal scorer for Medford, Robinson Mark had gotten free behind the Highlander defense.
It's also possible the whistle led to the Somerville defense.
That is true.
Turning off a little so that, it'll be a drop ball here, uncontested drop ball to Medford as they were in possession when the whistle blew.
And quickly, Innocent mishit it, and Guevara takes it away. He's got Dos Reyes with him, but Innocent tracked back and was able to poke it away.
Yeah, the drop is uncontested. The pass resulting from the drop doesn't have to be uncontested, and heads up play by Josue to just take that, just collect that and head the other way with it.
That ball headed down, last touched by Lucas Gomes. 26 minutes remaining in the game. Highlanders trailing 2-0. As Medford, behind 2 goals by Robinson Mark, leading this one.
And we're starting to see some, we'll call it slight time wasting by Medford here, fixing the socks before taking a throw in, classic milking the clock.
Gomes with the throw in there.
Good header.
Good head by Asuncion. Sent forward by Dos Reis, but collected by Innocent. He'll send it back the other direction as Valdivieso pops that one into the air. Time. Gomes trying to settle it. And out of bounds off of Medford. Now, Asuncion again, out wide to Jair. Pulls the string, drops it off. D'Souza, one touch, ends up with Asuncion. Now Lopez. Between 2 defenders, gets it to Dos Reis. Gabe takes the left foot, tries it from there, but it's deflected back towards him. Now, Asuncion, he'll pop that one towards the net, just trying to get a little arc on it, but too much arc as it goes high. Again, the Highlanders unable to get and get that finishing touch to get it by McEachran.
But you see Gabriel Sensau's passing game is definitely starting to click. You can tell, you can see that happen as the game goes on. He's connected on more and more of those short first touch passes sometimes, and it's really helping Somerville generate some good attacks down there.
So that's going to be out on Medford. Innocent the last to touch it. Highlanders looking for the quick restart here. So tried to get it up to Hawks Holy, but that's stolen away. Now D'Souza out wide. Santos. Ends up with Dos Reis. As Gabe tries to turn it, instead he'll send it out wide as Valdivieso runs onto it and sends it forward. Lopez with a quick turn, but Pack is there. As Pack has been excellent defensively for the Mustangs as he made 2 saves on the goal line when McEachran was out of a play earlier. Valdivieso up in the air in the box. This is bouncing around. Opportunity as it gets deflected. Gabe Dos Reis again lining it up, firing it towards the net, and it is deflected wide.
In basketball, you'd say it's almost like the rim has a lid on it. It feels like there's something in front of the goal right now for Somerville.
In that case, it was a Medford player. I did not see which one. Corner kick here for the Highlanders as they go back post. As that is cleared away for a moment by Innocent. Now popped into the air. Opportunity there for Gabe Asunciao, but there is McEachran as he's able to control it. It looks like Valdivieso is down, or is that, no, that's not Jeff. Who is that who is down?
Might be Imani Mixon. No, Imani's back in defense. Trying to remember who wears which boots out there.
Gabby Vieira out to check on the player.
Could be Anthony D'Souza, potentially, Todd.
Hard contact over there for the Highlanders. Many opportunities, just haven't had that last ball that they've been able to get past all the blockers, apparently, because they've had a lot of deflections on balls. Good defense by Medford in a lot of those cases.
Yeah, we won't say Medford's parking the bus, but they're definitely defending well, very committed defending, and they've had some really important deflections and goal line clearances.
As McEachran sends this one away, Braganza will control for Medford as he gets it by Santos. Out wide, that's Cooper Sue.
That's a ridiculous ball by Arthur Braganza, just outside of the foot, lofted over, finding a teammate, ridiculous.
Jose Lopez tries to get that one through. Instead, it winds up with Robinson Mark, or actually it's Braganza, my fault. Braganza, a heck of a shot there, forcing Elliot Bicknell to make the save, which he does.
And judging by that reaction, that was on target, and that save needed to be had. Sometimes you never know. Sometimes that you don't take any chances, but judging from his teammates' reaction, that was a vital save.
Yes.
If they were to give up a third, it would probably be lethal here.
As Oliver Klein will set this up for the corner for Medford. Keep your eye on number 9, Robinson Mark.
And also number 8.
Number 8 as well, Artur Braganza. And instead, they tried to get it on the foot of number 18, who ended up shooting that one wide, but a heck of an opportunity.
Yeah, it looked like he lost his footing while taking that. I don't know. We always talk about this. This Dilboy turf plays weird.
Highlanders trailing by 2, 21 minutes remaining in the game. They need to get on the board as soon as they can. They've had plenty of opportunities, just haven't been able to close it down. So get it here wide to Lucas Gomes. Now there's Hector. As Bermudez played that forward, Bermudez. Now Gabe Asunciao. A little give and go there from Gabe for Gabe. Marco with the touch. Trying to get it to Gomes going through.
Just a little behind him there, and that threw the entire play off.
And Valdivieso Miscommunication there. Seeing some frustration, some frustrated body language from the Highlanders as well now, Jake.
I mean, who can blame them? It's
No
been
doubt.
a frustrating game.
They have been lined up point blank multiple times. They have had multiple Medford defenders deflecting their point blank shots. McEachran has had plenty of help, but he has also been excellent. Nice head there as Dos Reis has the opportunity, trying to get by Oliveira. And will he chase it down? Unable to. And a goal kick, or corner actually. Corner is what the call is. Nope, he's calling a goal kick. Highlanders cannot believe it. Jair Santos very unhappy. Gabe Dos Reis can't believe it either. And a timeout will be taken just under 20 minutes, 19:29 remaining here in the game. Highlanders trailing this one 2-0. We'll keep it right here. Talk really quickly, Jake, about what we have going on in this game. Highlanders down by 2. They've had so many opportunities, though. It's just one of those frustrating games where they can't seem to get that final shot past the Medford defense or McEachran.
Yeah, I'll tell you what gives me hope, though. Like, we're seeing them, I mentioned earlier where it seemed like they were settling for some more desperate attempts from long range. But in the last 5 minutes or so, we've seen Somerville do a lot of really good, playing a lot of 1-2s, getting their short passing game going. They're working the ball around the box and basically trying to, maybe they've just accepted that it's going to be tough to score from long range with so many men back in the box for Medford, so many men back there. You're going to have to just try to break them down with a short passing game, and it looks like that's the approach they're taking. And it's come very close to coming good for them in the last few minutes. So they got to stay patient, stick with that approach. That they have the skill to play that short passing game, and hopefully it gets them back in the game here.
Highlander leading goal scorer Josue Guevara on the bench, being attended to by Gabby Vieira from the Somerville training staff. He was down on the pitch recently. Love to see him get back in. He's had some great opportunities in front of the net, including a header that he would love to have back. Most of the cases, though, have been really good plays by Medford that have stopped these Somerville attacks. Very rarely has it been just a mishit or something by the Highlanders. The execution has been there.
Yeah, other than that missed header for the goal, it's been, you got to credit Medford with really solid defending.
This does not look like a 3-win team, I have to say, Jake.
I would agree.
They are not playing like it, I should say.
Yeah, no, they've come out and they've looked to go toe-to-toe with Somerville. And, Somerville, I'd say Somerville feels like their XG, I think, is probably, expected goals would be north of 3 at this point, but it's a 2-0 game, so that's what ultimately matters.
As Braganza loses that one. Play that forward, looking to get it to Hector. As he chases that out wide. As Braganza with it, tries to clear it, gets sent right back to him. Jose Lopez is who did that. Knocked out of bounds, last to touch it was the Highlanders.
Good luck moving him.
Yeah. Ball battled for at midfield as Oliver Klein was able to get it into the Highlander defensive area. Robinson Mark trying to get by Lucas Gomes. Gomes able to poke it away.
Comes off limping a little, possibly knee-to-knee contact there.
Richland Innocent will inbounds for the Mustangs.
Gomes is having trouble even walking out there.
Knocked away by the Highlanders, but Innocent able to track it down. Jair forces the play there and gets the turnover to the Highlanders. Bouncing ball there for Gomes. Gets it forward to Marco. Marco scans. Plays it back to Jeff. Jeff has tons of space. Sends that through to Hector. Hector with a shot. The left foot.
Yeah, that's not gonna not gonna generally score with that. They need to, that's what we were talking about before. They need to stay patient and play their game.
Not the best shot selection there by Hector. They were building nicely.
Still 17 minutes left in this one, Todd. Like
Plenty of time.
There's plenty of time. But
The sun goes down, getting colder out here.
I put my gloves on.
The wind is blowing up here in the bleachers. No wind to speak of down on the field that I can tell. Big throw in there by Innocent.
It's a lovely fall night, Todd.
It is a lovely full night.
It's good soccer weather, which I say about every kind of weather.
I was going to say. Every weather is good soccer weather, Jake.
Maybe not 110 and humid. Other than that,
As Marco plays that one forward, trying to connect up with Jair. As Jair, very nicely done, keeping on the attack there, but they end up losing it though.
important
Gansa
tackle there by
couldn't hold it
Pack,
in.
who's had a number of big defensive interventions in this game.
Nope.
That's another one. If he doesn't make that tackle, Gabe could be off to the races.
Number 24 Pack has just been excellent, not only making those saves back on the goal line, but also just physicality and doing a really good job of preventing the Somerville offense from doing what they want. As Dos Reis defended by Pack.
And they're moving Gabe all over the pitch now, looking to get the ball at his feet. He's gone from left, far left wing to the far right side.
Fake by Gomes as Lucas cutting in, gives it to Gabe. Gabe tries to turn, heads to the pitch. Good tackle by Medford.
And he didn't seem to be looking for a foul there. I think
No.
he just went down on his own. Blame the turf monster. A lot of turf monsters here at Dilboy.
Highlanders looking for some single touch passing here as D'Souza sends it out wide to Valdivieso. And Braganza able to get his body in the way, but Jose Lopez cuts in, and he's able to draw the foul from Braganza.
And you can see what Somerville's looking to do. They're looking to basically attack a gap that's kind of near it's inside of the edge of the box, but basically a gap in the Medford defense. Medford's definitely defending really, they have obviously three at the back. They're defending really well there up the middle too. So Somerville's looking to attack sort of where the numbers are, where the number 10 is on the pitch out there. They're keying on that, it looks like.
As Marco lined up to take this free kick, heads it towards the net, and McEachran will control it. As Marco looked like he was trying to get that one up into the upper right corner, just didn't quite get the elevation he wanted on it.
It's going to be tough also with the keeper was already on that side of the goal.
Yep.
It's going to be tough to put that in a spot where the keeper's not going to be able to get to it there.
As Hector trying to get that ball forward, but taken away by the Mustangs. Valdivieso over the head. Now Jose with it. Left foot from Jose, trying to get Hector on a run. Hector going through, but McEachran quickly off his line. Really good job by Innocent as well. The awareness to know that he just needed to get his body in the way to prevent Hector from getting down on that ball.
They go quickly, they've got something here. Not quick enough.
As Hector with the head, Innocent will clear it away.
Oof, he can't play
Poor
that.
throw
He
in
can't
there,
play
he
that.
can't touch it, and he doesn't. As Gabe Assunção.
It slipped out of Gomes' hands there, and he was smart enough to not run on and touch it.
Tried to get it out to Gomes on the run here near side, but a little too far out ahead of him. 13 minutes remaining in the game. Highlanders still trailing 2-0. Two first half goals by Robinson Mark, the difference so far.
And now the clock really becomes a factor.
And now Robinson Mark with speed, defended back there by D'Souza. Good job there by Valdivieso as he was able to knock it down, and then he surprised Amani with that pass.
Gave Imani a hospital ball in his own box.
I am not a fan of passes in your defensive box. As Valdivieso gets the foot to it.
Good touch.
Good touch there by Gabe as he's able to settle it, but then a little soft on his pass,
Yep.
looking out here wide to Gomes.
Medford
Richly-
in no hurry here
Richly
to-
innocent, not in a hurry. As Hector trying
Interesting
to
ball.
get Gabe with a run there as Dos Reis, but
Goal's
McEachran off his line, had to clear it with his feet, and the Highlanders unable to get it away from Braganza quickly enough to
Yeah.
get back and take advantage of McEachran being off his line.
Yeah, it wouldn't settle, and Marco just could not get that cleanly and potentially launch a long ball to catch the goalkeeper out there.
So Pack with the inbounds here. That'll be out of bounds off the Mustangs, or they're going to say
And we're at the
we
part
have
of
a substitution.
And we're at the part of the game now, Todd, where obviously the clock is ticking down, time is getting short. There's still time for Somerville to get, they could easily. We've seen them score, 3. I think we've seen them score 4 goals in that kind of time span.
fresh
it's just going to be
legs
tough.
out. Winsley Thomas out for the Highlanders, number 27, young freshman. As D'Souza sends it out wide to the far side. Lopez looking to center. Now Thomas with it. Gets it down to Asuncion. Gabe centers. That knocked away. I think that was Pack once again, who was able to clear it away.
Really important intervention there because there are a couple Somerville Highlanders ready to attack that.
Shot that time by Marco, as he made a shot out of that, and a really good job by McEachran.
And his reaction really does say it all. He just kind of threw his hands up in the air like,
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
He got that ball perfectly.
It's increasingly feeling like, obviously there's over 10 minutes left here, but it's starting to kind of feel like it's just not their night.
Heavy top spin, took advantage. The hop stood up for him so he could get that top spin on it, and McEachran somehow able to knock that ball away. Nice turn there by Lopez as he turns the corner. Centers that just a little high for Winsley Thomas. Now back the other direction, the Mustangs with speed on the counterattack. Chased down there. Gomes was able to walk. No, D'Souza knocked it away, I should say, or Gomes did. Gomes, nice job there, along with the help from Asuncion. Now they go out wide. There's Santos with it there. Gives it off to Dos Reis.
He's going to be looking to shoot.
Gabe's
probably.
got some folks there. Instead, he gives it to Gabe Asuncion. Back to Dos Reis at the top of the box, trying to get his right foot to it.
Good defending.
Just could not get clean to get that shot off. Cooper Sue, I believe, was there.
And I'll say Medford looked really well coached in terms of Gabe's tendencies out there. Like they know what he's looking to do, when he's looking to turn someone, when he's looking to get that shot off. And they've taken that away from him consistently during this game.
Braganza over there with Lopez, just using his physicality and his large body to be able to keep him off the ball. Thomas turns, trying to get a run here. Gets it towards the center. Innocent pokes it away. Dos Reis gets on it. Now Gomes with it. Gomes pulls it back, gives it off to Asuncion, back to Gomes. Nice move there by Lucas. He's in some space there. Back to Asuncion. 8 minutes remaining in the game. Highlanders down by 2. As D'Souza plays it out wide to Lopez.
But Todd, you can see at this point in the match, Medford has 9 men back in the defensive third.
The bus has been parked.
Yeah. Oh, you can't blame them.
As Valdivieso, opportunity here. Oh my goodness gracious.
That really does say it all, doesn't it?
That truly says it all. The ball caroms off of Innocent, perfectly set up for Winsley Thomas, who puts a charge to it, and McEachran is there, not only able to stop it, no rebound whatsoever, just closed his arms over it and went to the pitch with it. That is the night in a nutshell.
Yeah. Still 7.5 left, but when things like that happen, yeah, just gonna further underscore the sensation that it is just not your night.
Medford player down. Looks like a right leg there.
And one of the good things about the weird quirks of high school soccer with a clock that stops is you don't have to worry about time wasting, potentially. Obviously, looks like he really legitimately was hurt here, but sometimes you'll see, a lot of injuries by a team that is maybe looking to see the clock run down more.
Yeah.
High school level, they just stop the clock. A lot of weird stuff about the high school game, but that's one that's not bad.
That's one that works out.
Yeah.
7:34 remaining in the game. Highlanders down by 2. They have had plenty of scoring opportunities. The back line for the Mustangs: Oliveira, number 5, Pack, number 24, and Innocent, number 14, along with their goalie McEachran, have been tremendous as they've had bodies in front of shots, plenty of blocked shots by the Highlanders. As that ball all the way down had to be taken care of by Bicknell.
Yeah, good pace there. Put the Somerville keeper under some pressure.
They get it down to Winsley Thomas. Misplayed that one. So he was trying to make a quick turn. Maybe thought Innocent was a little closer to him than he was because he had a little bit of space there.
Yeah, just an unfortunate touch.
Under 7 minutes remaining. Medford in no hurry to get this ball back into play. Highlanders looking for their 10th win of the season. They may have to continue that search beyond today as the Mustangs lead this one 2-0.
And Todd, barring a really late turnaround in this game, this is not going to help the Somerville's chances of hosting a postseason game.
That is definitively true, Jake.
Yeah.
As currently the Highlanders are ranked number 27 in Division I, and that would put them in line to host a qualifying game. They have the quality of opponents down the stretch that would hold them in that position, but you got to win those games. And unfortunately, this is a result that could remove them from that top 32. They will make the playoffs as having an above 500 record, but it will likely be another road game. We will see how it all plays out because you never know. 5:51 remaining. Asuncion sends this one looking for Dos Reis. Gabe with the head. Put that one down for Winsley Thomas. And Braganza over the head. Played down to Mose Charles. And the Highlanders will get it on the inbounds. Asuncion again. Plays it forward to Thomas. As Winsley will cut it to the inside. Trying to get in there is Jair.
His first touch just was a bit strong there.
A little stronger than we wanted. Yeah. I don't know if he knew it was going to come through to him as cleanly as it did.
I don't think he was expecting that.
As Lopez lost it there to Braganza, fighting to keep it, get it back.
Jose could be in trouble here.
That will be whistle against the Highlanders as Braganza went down to the pitch. 5 minutes remaining on the stadium clock. Official time kept on the field. We await the long whistles to signify the end of this game. So the Highlanders trailing 2-0. Need to put together some electrical offense here. Have had the opportunities, have not been able to close the deal. Really great defense, though, on the back line for Medford is one of the major reasons.
It's funny how the attention to the socks becomes so much heightened late in the game when you're winning.
You got to make sure you're in style when you're ahead.
Yeah.
You got to make sure. Robinson Mark, the goal scorer for Medford, just holding possession there.
Stern talking to from the far-sided official about the lack of interest in taking a throw in here.
Daniel Rivera finally gets around to doing it. Valdivieso powers that one out of the Somerville defensive end. Innocent will let it go out. As Richley Innocent with the throw in. Headed down and out.
See how long till this throw comes back in. Start your watches. That wasn't too bad.
That wasn't bad. As D'Souza knocked that one away with Gomes. Now Thomas. Trying to get it forward, looking for Dos Reis.
Just didn't get enough on it. And Braganza sniffed that one out.
I agree with you completely, Jake. They are very well coached on the tendencies of specifically Gabriel Dos Reis, but also many of the other Highlander players. You spoke about how well these teams know one another. That speaks towards that.
Yeah. A lot of familiarity out there.
Throw in from Pack. Highlanders with Dos Reis leaping, trying to get the head to it. Innocent will clear that one away. Now Robinson Mark with Valdivieso defending him, and Jeff just clearing that one away. Corner kick coming up for Medford.
Valdivieso taking 0 chances with that and probably took out some frustration on that football and just gave it a good boot. If there were stands over there, I'd say he put it into row Z.
Medford in no rush.
Instead, he just put it into the Alewife Brook.
Yes, just out into the Alewife Brook. As Braganza.
He's going to hit this.
Taking the time off the clock and finishing with a shot. That's pushed away by Jeff Valdivieso. Speed coming downfield here. As Marco Hawks-Holy was trying to get downfield with it.
Yeah, he just needed to release that as opposed to he found himself with 3 people around him. Just release it.
As Mixon comes in, gets whistled.
And I would say this game has dropped anchor at this point.
As Robinson Mark was outlined for Medford, he will take the free kick here. We await the long whistles, signifying the end of the game. Highlanders down 2-0.
And Todd, if you had 2-0 Medford in your pool, you'd find yourself shockingly feeling very good about this one.
I did not have that in my pool, unfortunately. I really did not at all.
I don't think many people did.
Over in the corner, just knocking the ball around. Goal kick now for the Highlanders. As we near the end of this game, Mixon sends it out wide here. Gomes with it. Feeds it into D'Souza. Now Dos Reis, a little back, trying to get it to Hawks-Holy. Medford back the other direction now.
Credit Jose Lopez, still flying in there with challenges, still fighting, going up against the much larger Artu Braganza, and Jose's still battling out there.
And the long whistles sound as Medford takes this one by the score of 2-0 as they run off the bench to celebrate with their goalie, McEachran. Goal scorer today, 2 goals for Robinson Mark. as he was the offense for the Mustangs. Jake, Highlanders had plenty of opportunities. It was just one of those days.
Medford 2, Somerville nil.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That one stings. The combination of an opponent you should beat, a local rival, the Mystic Side Derby. Somerville did enough. I feel like they generated enough chances in this. They just couldn't take them, or they were denied by the goalkeeper, or some really good goal line clearances. It was not their night.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. As you take a minute, shout out very quickly the back line for Medford, as they were tremendous. Mike Pack, multiple stops on the goal line. Richland Innocent did a tremendous job as well. Marcelo Oliveira was all over the place on that back line. And McEachran, an excellent job between the pipes for the Mustangs. Highlanders had those scoring opportunities, ended up deflecting the ball off of a lot of Medford defenders in a lot of cases. Just wasn't to be tonight for the Highlanders. They will drop to 9-4-1 overall in the season, 6-4-1 in the GBL, as Medford picks up their third GBL win and their fourth win overall. The Highlanders look forward to coming matchups against Chelsea as well as Everett. Both those teams ahead of the Highlanders in the GBL standings. So they want to get right back on the winning track against those teams and try to move up the GBL standings and help their playoff possibilities and seeding, as the Highlanders will be in postseason play this year. That's going to do it for us from Dilboy Stadium. Thank you very much, Jake Wilson, Somerville Counselor at Large, knower of all things soccer, for your wonderful, insightful commentary. Thank you, Bill Trudell, on camera, Joe Constantine on direction. I am Todd Harmon, and you have been watching Somerville Highlander Soccer on Somerville Ed TV.